The ruthless mother raised a stick and smashed her son's prosthetic leg in front of everyone, leaving the room in stunned silence. But the shock didn't last long. She was still determined to take his remaining leg and transplant it to her adopted son. It wasn't until the young man tore off his other prosthetic with his own hands that she finally gave Oop no longer had any legs left to take. 5 years earlier, after he made a pot of tea for his grandfather, the old man collapsed from poisoning. His mother, sister, and fiancé all turned against him and had him thrown in prison. When the torture became unbearable, he called his sister for help, only to find out she was too busy celebrating the adopted son's birthday. He was dragged away and crippled. Years later, when the fiancé returned with the mother and sister to bring him home, he tried to tell them about the suffering he had endured, but they abandoned him in the pouring rain. Back home, he saw his fiancé feeding the adopted son and said nothing, heading straight to his grandfather's room. He knew the adopted son was behind it all but had no proof. That's when the adopted son came to provoke him, smugly bringing up the past and declaring he would take everything from him. The young man wanted revenge for his grandfather, but he was no match for the adopted son or the rest of the family. When he heard footsteps approaching, the adopted son used the moment to provoke him into throwing a punch, earning him sympathy once more. As expected, the sister slapped the young man without question. The adopted son played the victim, and no matter how the young man tried to explain, no one believed him. They berated him until he was speechless, while the adopted son walked away, smirking in triumph. Crushed, the young man returned to the small storage room he now called home and began packing his things. But just then, his fiancée unexpectedly showed up. What he didn't expect was her reason for coming. She wanted him to donate his remaining leg to his adopted brother.